All right. All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen out there in YouTube land. I am Deleted Scenes. Uh, Welcome to Reserved Seats number 18. My guest tonight is the man sitting next to me, the host of Geeky Geezers, the co-host of Friday Night Last Call, and live from Sparkwood in 21, Aged Boomer.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Indeed. I do want to say hello to everyone currently joining us right now on X and the Green Machine, and those joining us from Boomer's channel. Welcome. Do want to say hello to everyone here in the currently in the live chat.
Hello.
Yes, Netters Network. Bringing the Geeky Geezers raid, last call, Tripicelli. Qapla' to our resident Klingon Mark Malnikoff. Our man from the future, Sashi. All right, so, Boomer, welcome. Thank you for taking the time out of your schedule to join me this evening.
Sure.
All right. So earlier tonight, Geeky Geezers, and well, bit of a full week. This week, some gamer news. Nintendo, yes. Which is seems to be a bit of a dumpster fire right now.
Well, you say that, but they're still doing well, I guess. Financially, I think people are buying the Switch. Okay. They're just been, they've not been so kind as of late. That's all I've noticed. But we had some cool news about the Mortal Kombat collection coming out. If you're a fan of the old Mortal Kombat games, this is yeah.
So we're going to see a reissue of that, if I'm understanding correctly.
It's very cool. It doesn't just give you the arcade games. It gives you like different home console ports of the game, so you can see what people were playing back in the day when they bought the home version. It's neat. It's another Atari production. I don't know whoever's running Atari now, if they're still the same Atari. I don't think they are, but they're pretty cool. They're doing a lot of cool stuff with like preservation and remasters. They're the ones that are doing that those Pac-Man cartridges for the 7800 Plus too. The same company is releasing those.
Yeah. I'm definitely a little later on in the year here. I think I'm going to snag me one of those. And
Pac-Man, yeah, it looks cool.
Yeah, indeed. So, right. We also had what else? We also had Dean Cain apparently now joining ICE, much to the chagrin of certain people in Hollywood.
They don't like him anyway. Let's be honest.
Yeah, they never did. No.
He's been in there. Of course, I don't know. I feel like their ranks keep shrinking as the years go on. Like they're not having the influence they used to have. I think part of that has to do with the fact that the whole streaming model took over a lot of things. I think it diminished a lot of momentum a lot of movies had because of streaming. But I don't know. It's my thoughts.
That's true. And it seems to me that the people who are always yelling the loudest are the ones who haven't, let's say, worked for some time.
Yes.
You know, like Margaret Cho came out of the woodwork of all people and went after him. Like, honestly, I had forgotten about her.
I forgot all about Margaret Cho.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, exactly.
Yes, I remember her from back in the day. Yeah.
So, yeah. So, okay, you're looking for work. Okay, good for you. You know, it does get very tiresome. I'm to the point anymore where I usually do one of two things. I either just ignore them or I just throw it back at them, because one thing that I started to notice personally was they're using the same rhetoric literally the same phrasing, the same word usage over and over, like they're reading from a script that schoolyard bullies would do when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And exactly the same rhetoric, same words being used, the same targets. And when I realized that, I went, okay, so you guys were the ones who were always the bullies on the schoolyard the whole time. And that's when I realized, you can just do, like I said, you can ignore them, or you can just throw their own words back at them. It's the best thing to do.
And I think that's what Gina Carano kind of did. I mean, she hit back, and I think she had a success story this week, so that's good.
Absolutely. And I know that there are people who are upset because, once again, Kathleen Kennedy is not being removed from Lucasfilm, by security. But it's like, the thing is and another YouTuber brought this up on their channel. I was like, this was never about us. This was always between Gina and Disney. That was the beef. We can talk about it all we want, but it has nothing to do with us. Nobody has to give us an explanation for what went on behind the scenes. Now, if anything is ever released, fine. I get people wanting both. I want to know who released that original statement.
That's what I was hoping we'd find out if there was a trial, but we're never going to know. It was a spokesperson.
Yeah. But, and it's like you were saying earlier, it's these unnamed spokespeople. And that was what was being brought up at the time. And I remember Andre from Midnight's Edge really, really getting upset over it, more than I'd ever seen him do on air before. Yeah. It was, who are these spokespeople, these nameless, they keep accusing us of hiding behind names and avatars, and they're kind of doing the same.
Well, I remember hearing a rumor, and of course this was just a rumor, so don't pay it any clout. But I mean, someone suggested that they thought it was Pablo Hidalgo had been the one that did that leak. But again, rumors and speculation. I have no evidence of any of this, so we really just don't know.
It wouldn't surprise me from him, but
part of me thinks
go ahead.
Part of me thinks it was someone who was trying to sabotage Jon Favreau and The Mandalorian, and they leaked that, because if it was just a means of they didn't want to work with Gina Carano anymore, they could have done that in a much less public way. They could have just not renewed the contract, not greenlit the show, and just moved on, and it wouldn't have wrecked her career. So someone was trying to wreck her career, but I think the reason was, I think they were trying to sabotage what Jon Favreau was doing. But again, we're talking about shows I've never even seen either, like The Mandalorian, but that was always been my impression from what I've been reading all these years about this.
Well, I think I, like most people, did watch the first 2 seasons of it.
Right, and people seem to enjoy it, so yeah.
It for what it was a decent show for what it was.
Yeah.
And I am at the point. I'm at the point right now with Star Wars that I think you're at with Star Trek. I think we just need to, if not, what's the word I'm looking for? Getting old.
Shelve?
Shelve it.
They're not going to abandon entirely, because they're going to say, "Oh, there's always money to be made," supposedly.
Keep what works, and then just, I guess, throw all this Filoni stuff out. I don't know.
No, I don't know how to fix Star Wars, to be honest with you.
I don't know either.
Star Trek, I feel, can. there's an easy fix with that because,
Yeah.
frankly, these hideout stuff probably can't be canon with this new merger. And if they want it to be, Troy has suggested this on the stream, so there's that.
Mhm.
And I say you just ignore it, move on. Troy and I are disagreeing. We're eventually going to do a stream where we talk about what we would do with Star Trek, but I was thinking just set it like 100 years or 200 years later after TNG and just start fresh and just move on. New conflicts, new power dynamics, and just move on from there, and have it be about a starship called Enterprise too. You want to do that too, so that's what I would do. But I don't know. I think whatever they do, they have to just shelve what they've been working on now and just stick it on the shelf for a while and not touch it, and don't go back into it until they have a plan. Because I feel
Mhm.
like what they do is they just rush things out all the time, and they don't have a plan going. And
And
uh,
hello to Poker Ace 6666. Good to see you, sir. Been a while. Well, this is something that I had brought up in the chat when it came to Marvel. Is just it felt like after Endgame, and even really before, because
right,
I think you know, and pardon my phrasing of it, they jumped the gun, firing gun, um,
oh yeah,
firing James Gunn, and
he was supposed to be in
look,
charge of it. I had a suspicion he was being set up to
yeah,
be in charge of Marvel going forward after Endgame. But then that whole thing happened with the Twitter scandal, and then they fired him, and then they brought him back. But then it was too late, and then DC snagged him to headline their own thing. So yeah,
mhm. So yeah, and I think since then they have been on this downward slope where it doesn't seem like they have it as planned out as well. If you're going to do, if you're planning a series that's going to go, what now is what, 17 plus years? You know, if you're going to do a series that's going to last for that long, you have to have some
oh
idea
my goodness,
of
I
where you're going.
forgot Iron Man started in 2008, didn't it?
Yeah,
Wow.
it's
Okay,
yeah, it's been with us a while,
we're
and
going on. We're going to be hitting 20 years soon enough with this.
mhm.
But they started out slow and they ramped up. And originally, it was more just like, look at this novelty of all these studios with the different Marvel rights working together to make a cohesive like package. This is before Disney owned it. You know, that
Mhm.
was the original thing leading up to the original Avengers, and then Disney bought Marvel, and we thought that would make things simpler. And I don't know. I mean, I don't want to. I feel like this term is being thrown around too much online, superhero fatigue. But do you think it's an actual thing, or do you think it's just the fact that they don't have the momentum going because they don't have stars like Robert Downey Jr. headlining things anymore?
Right, it is loss of momentum. It's this seeming lack of a plan. It's the fact that you to watch one of the movies, you have to watch two of the Disney Plus series. And where does Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. fit into all of this now? Is that canon or not
Okay,
anymore?
I've already
You know,
explained this to Troy.
yeah.
This is what I think happened on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Mhm.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was originally taking place in the MCU,
Mhm.
but then I think in the last season they had to jump to another universe at the end and leave the other Earth behind to stop the big bad. And I have no idea if Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. ever even took place in MCU proper as we know it now, because apparently there are multiple Earths now, multiple universes now. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I enjoyed Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., by the way. I was a fan of
So
that
did
show.
I.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
Yes.
know, that's why I say, you know, where does that fit in, or has it been decanonized, and is it something? I don't know.
We'll
And
never
that's
know because
kind
they're
of
not
one
going
of the
to.
problems, you know. Um,
You're not going to have Sky Daisy or whatever her name was. Quake, I should say. You're not going to see her in a Marvel MCU movie. It's
Sadly, no.
it's just
Yeah.
not going to happen. But they'll do all their Disney Plus stuff and have that on there. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Which I've not seen any of the Disney Plus Marvel series, so I can't vouch for the quality. I just have a suspicion. Did you see any of them?
Uh, come to think of it, no, I don't think I have.
Because I know you had Captain America and Falcon, and then no, Falcon and
Yeah, I
Winter
didn't
Soldier.
see
That's
that.
what it was. Okay,
You
and
know, the
then
one where they got mad about calling terrorists what they were, and we got to give these people their free stuff. I go, no, we don't.
apparently the stuff that happened in that did play into the stuff in the latest Captain America movie. So I
Yeah,
don't know if you're going to be lost if you hadn't seen that Disney Plus show. Whereas with Agents of Shield, you never had to watch an episode of Agents of Shield when you went to go see your MCU movies, because MCU movies just ignored Agents of Shield. They
mhm.
also ignored the Netflix Marvel series, which I thought also took place in that universe. But
Yeah, that's another thing. Is it's just what's canon, what isn't. Why must I do all of this homework in order? That's I felt it more with Thunderbolts than I did with Brave New World. Was that I felt like I was running to catch up.
so Brave New World, you basically still follow, even if you didn't see any of the Disney Plus shows. That's what you're
Well,
saying.
because the odd thing about it is it's more of a sequel to the Hulk than it is to Captain America.
Yeah, the one with Edward Norton in it, right?
Yeah. So you really kind of need to have seen that to be able to see Brave New World. Um, the only character in there that I really needed to be caught up on was the kid from Top Gun Maverick, who's his sidekick now, because he's apparently from the Falcon and Winter Soldier series, and so's Isaiah Bradley. But I'd seen enough videos here on YouTube to be able to put together who was supposed to be who. That I really didn't. I didn't feel like I was lost. I just felt like it was a nothing burger of a movie, and it's not that you could so much tell that it had been reshot. I didn't get that I didn't feel the reshoots as much as I had a couple of the other films. I didn't feel the reshoots as much as I did watching Snow White, for example. I can tell, okay, things got changed in the edit. Um, with Brave New World, even though we know it was reshot, and things changed, I didn't feel that watching the movie. I felt more like it was a nothing burger of a movie.
Okay.
I felt it was kind of okay. The whole movie's in the trailer. You know, well, who's Giancarlo Esposito supposed to be? Well, he's supposed to be the Sidewinder character from the comics, but in the film itself, he's just guy who wants to kill Sam. Why? We don't know.
The Marvel
um,
movies have a tendency to do that, where they introduce these villains from the comic books, but they have them as like regular people without
yeah.
like Baron Zemo. That was one.
Mhm.
Like I think he showed up in a Civil War movie where he was just a guy, and then they had I remember they really screwed up Taskmaster in that Black Widow movie. That
Yeah.
I did see. That's one of the few post MCU movies post Endgame movies I have seen, and I know he's a very popular character in the comics. And I think even in some of the animated series, and they kind of messed with him,
Hmm.
and they first they gender swapped him, and then they made her so she doesn't speak, so she has no dialogue that she says, and I don't know if they changed that
Hmm.
for Thunderbolts, because apparently Taskmaster is in Thunderbolts. Is that right?
For about 30 seconds,
What?
and then he's in. And this is not giving anything away. This is in the first 10 minutes of the movie, and then is immediately shot in the head by Ghost and killed.
The Taskmaster from Black Widow.
Yeah.
They have a tendency to do that. They did that with the one villain from Civil War that showed up at the beginning of the villain from Winter Soldier that showed up at the beginning of Civil War and then he gets killed, never to be seen again. I forgot what Crossbones. Yeah, that was his name. So they get rid of Taskmaster in the first 10 minutes. Okay.
Yeah. No more Taskmaster.
All right.
I do want to thank Tim for the $1.99 super chat. Canon, a Quinn Martin production. Yeah, my life a Quinn Martin production lately, man. Hello to Emoji Queen, Lady Mist. Always good to see you in the chat. Tim says, I can say deleted is right, as I saw the film with my friend from high school. I happened to be in a scene. And his wife a later one. Okay, cool.
So did Thunderbolts seem like it was patched together, like reshot, or did it seem like a normal movie? I heard it was one of the better of the recent Marvel movies, but I didn't see it.
It's okay.
Is it like Marvel Suicide Squad? Is that basically what it is?
It's basically, yeah. I don't feel the need to see it again. If I do, fine. It's one of those movies that, I'm sure it was reshot, Tim. They all are. But it's a matter of, can you tell it was reshot? Are the reshoots obvious? That, is there still a through line plot-wise? And there is, up to a point, but it's just I didn't feel anything. I didn't care. I didn't care when any of them were in any kind of danger, because they kind of give you the idea when they kill off Taskmaster that it is going to be like Suicide Squad. Oh, remember, we're going to lose a few of these people through the movie, but you don't. And so it's like all the tension is just gone. There's no stakes. Even though they have a character who makes for a pretty decent villain. And hello to Lester. Good to see you, sir. Lester Skeptic Tank Obsessions. So the best among the worst. Yeah, I guess.
Well,
yeah,
I'd
say that.
I take it you haven't seen Fantastic Four.
I have not.
Okay. So I can't speak to that movie's quality. I'm trying to think of what else I saw, though. Did you see 128 Years Later yet?
I did.
What'd you think?
Interesting film.
I
had my problem with it was I had some preconceived notions going in and had been told things about that movie that turned out to not be quite the case.
Like what?
And so it kind of let's just say I was expecting a certain something explicit to happen.
Oh.
And it doesn't. Which I was kind of glad about, because I did not want that movie to go there. And I was given the idea that it was going to go into a certain direction that it doesn't go. But I was happy about that, because I like that now there's going to be an ick factor to it. But I did it's almost two movies in a way. Because
there's like the first part and the second part, basically. Yeah.
Because well, really, in a way, once you think about it, there is very much a 3-act structure to it. So you do feel like okay, there are these three stories that are kind of going on, parallel to one another. You have the whole opening 45 minutes, I guess, with the boy, and the kid is fantastic in the movie.
Oh yeah, really good.
It's some of the best child acting I've seen. Him, the boy in Weapons, and the kids who are in Sketch. They are all great. Great year for child acting. So you have the opening kind of whatever 45 minutes or so with Aaron Taylor Johnson and the kid.
Yeah, probably the creepiest part of the movie, I thought.
Yeah.
Their escapades.
And then you have the whole part where he finds out about this mysterious doctor that's supposed to be out there somewhere.
Yeah.
So he grabs up the mother because he wants to cure the mother. I'm going to take her to this doctor. So you get there.
We might want to watch out for spoilers too.
Yeah.
Even though I know it's been out a few months. Yeah.
So there's
but he's trying to get her help. Yes.
Yeah. There's that story, and a character that I don't know if he's meant to be comedic, but he kind of comes off that way. That they run into along the way. And then you have
the Swedish guy.
The Swedish guy.
He was. Because
okay.
he's basically us. He's the modern world, and he shows the picture of his girlfriend and all that with the duck lips, and it's like,
yeah.
And you realize, well, who's crazy? Is it the people? Who's worse off? Is it the people living this almost medieval style, simplistic lifestyle, or is it us in the modern world? I mean, I thought that was actually kind of clever. Actually, what Danny Boyle was doing there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then you get the Ralph Fiennes third act, and he's always good.
Oh, yeah, he's a great actor.
Yeah. And he's definitely going to play into the next film very much. So.
I hope we do see him again, but I know that, of course, the movie sets up the next movie with, I believe, a character that was introduced at the very beginning. Because I think he's the little boy that we saw at the very beginning of the movie. And
he is. Yeah.
And I have a suspicion he's going to be the villain in the next movie. We just don't know it yet. Because
we don't know where to go with him.
I think there are hints he's going to be the villain, but I think he's going to be taking the kid under his wing or something. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Because he's been stuck in that horrible situation for I don't know how long, right? You know, his whole life basically. So he's grown up with
Because the way that the film is set up is that after the first movie, you essentially have this alternate timeline where they have been dealing with this infected. I don't want to call them zombies; they call them infected in the film.
Infected makes more sense.
The infected, they're dealing with this infected threat. So it's like all of the history since stopped at that point. So it's like, the references that they have are like Power Rangers and Teletubbies and, dare I say it, Jimmy Savile.
Because they've been stuck quarantined from the rest of the world.
Yeah.
So no internet, no news,
nothing.
I mean,
everything just for the UK within the confines of the film, everything just stopped and the rest of the world went on.
Yep.
Is the impression that you're given, which tells me that they have retconned the second film.
It's hard for me to say. I remember seeing the second film. I didn't care as much for that one as the first one. But I think the idea behind the second film is that they thought they had finally gotten rid of the virus, but then it escapes again and takes over again. So perhaps it's possible the second film could still take place in that timeline because it was only 28. Title says it 28 weeks later. Maybe their attempts to stamp out the virus didn't work, and now it took over England again, right? Is that the impression you? I mean, I haven't seen that movie in so long. I don't even know how it resolved. Did they stop the virus again at the end of the movie or something? Or
Well, the way they ended the second movie was it gets down to where Imogen Poots, the little brother who's now bit, and Harold Perrineau, they get away. He flies them out, and there's a time cut, and there's the chopper in France. And there's like blood all over the cockpit. You don't know what's happened. And all you see, and then it cuts from there to a bunch of infected running down the road towards the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, they probably retconned it. You're right.
Yeah.
I suspect Danny Boyle was not involved in the second movie, so maybe he just decided we're going to ignore it. Maybe that's what he did.
Yeah, so it looks that way. But obviously they intend to kind of take things off in a different direction with this. He's not directing the next one, though, Bone Temple. That's Nia DaCosta who's directing that, and that has me a little concerned.
Interesting. Well, I thought they're all being shot around the same time, right?
Yeah, they are, yeah.
Maybe he was shooting his sequel at the same time they were shooting the other movie.
Possible.
We'll see. And then I think the next one is supposed to, like, I think the next movie this takes place right after 20 years later, and then I think the third one takes place even further down timeline wise. So that's what I've heard. So that's about it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, on the whole of the movie itself, I thought it was fine.
Yeah. I'll be blunt. I'm looking for a zombie apocalypse thing that's not Walking Dead because I'm kind of gotten worn out by Walking Dead. I want different zombie apocalypse, even though they're not zombies. I know they're infected, but it's I'm trying to think what else I saw. I watched Arcadian with Nicolas Cage. Granted, that's a couple years old now.
Yeah, but, I like that one too. It's basically A Quiet Place with Nick Cage in it.
Basically, yeah, that's what it reminded me of.
And the creatures in that were what the hell, man?
They were worse than the things in A Quiet Place, I thought.
These tiki jackhammer kind of, like, okay, no. I am not going to be in the same room with that thing. Get me out of here.
So another thing where we don't know though where the monsters came from though they were saying it was a reaction to the pollution or something, but I don't know. They never really explained that.
No, they didn't. That's what made it creepy.
I wonder if they're going to do a sequel to Arcadian because they left that open too, right? But I guess not.
Well, I mean, will there be a sequel? I doubt it. But it is certainly open because the threat is still out there.
And I think that was a Shudder production, right? Memory serves. Was Shudder involved in that? I think Arcadian.
I don't think directly. I think they're airing it, but I don't recall if it was like out of their studio or anything. I don't think so. I could be wrong.
I know. I'm trying to catch up on movies before school starts again. I've heard things about Longlegs, so I guess I should watch that next.
Yeah, Longlegs is interesting, especially if you're going to watch Weapons, because I think Weapons is a slightly better version of it. It does kind of in places chew some of the same dirt, let's say. Yeah,
Hmm.
long legs was an interesting one, and I kind of equate long legs and weapons because of the marketing, which I thought was pretty right on, and was pretty much the way they used to do it. That okay, you're finally make you know you've come up with a marketing campaign that made me actually interested in going out to see the movie. Which, like I've said, is with me, unless I'm going to do a show on it, I don't go to the theaters anymore. It's very rare that I do, but I went to Long Legs, and last night I went to Weapons. So
But you do that Regal thing, don't you?
yeah, but like I said, it's for a show. I don't know if I would go
Just for
otherwise,
fun.
or if I would necessarily stay through a couple of those movies because some of them can be less than great. But it's kind of a mixed bag with the mystery movie because you can get something, you can get a movie that becomes an Oscar winner like American Fiction, and then you can get kind of race baity crap like Origin or The Order.
How was
Eh,
American Fiction? I like the lead actor in that a lot, actually.
I love that
Yeah,
movie.
yeah, I
It
need to
is
watch it.
it is it is fantastic. It's very well written. Um, and it makes fun of woke.
So it was like a satire.
Yeah, and satire, right, which is
Cool.
a rarity these days. I very highly recommend it.
I'm trying to think though. I did watch the Black Phone recently. I don't know why it took
Mhm.
me so long to watch that. Um, I don't know if you had seen that one or not.
I did.
It reminded me of Summer of '84. Did you see that movie?
No, but I've heard of it.
The Milk Carton Kids. Okay, I'm not going to get too much in that
Mhm.
movie. I felt like they have very similar styles of plot, but I felt Black Phone did it better because I think
Mhm.
Summer of '84 was too wrapped up in 1980s nostalgia, whereas Black Phone, it's more like it exists in the time period it's set in rather than it's trying to wave little things at the audience, like
Mhm.
remember GI Joe walkie talkies. It doesn't do stuff like that. It's kind of there in the late '70s. I don't know. I really enjoyed the Black Phone. I was surprised at how much I enjoyed that movie because
Yeah.
for some reason most horror these days it seems to be made to make the audience uncomfortable, or at least to make me uncomfortable. Of course, that could just be A24 that does that. I don't know.
Oh, I'm trying to think what was the last A24 movie I saw. Um, I got to think. What have they done this year?
I don't know. I know that I really loved. I've mentioned this before. I really loved Uncut Gems.
Hmm.
And I'm waiting to see what that team does next because I know they were working on a movie about sports memorabilia collectors, which I thought if they could figure out a way to turn that into like a suspense movie, that'd be interesting. The subject of sports memorabilia, but just remember loving Uncut Gems because it was uncomfortable, like most A24 movies are, but they threw in Adam Sandler almost playing an Adam Sandler style character from one of his skits or movies stuck in an A24 movie. And I thought it worked brilliantly, but I don't know.
Mhm.
Like I said, I watched the
Yeah.
Ty West Maxine trilogy
Mhm.
recently, but which kind of put me in a weird state of mind. So I'm being polite.
Okay. So
They
now,
they kind they kind of disgusted me actually, but anyway.
oh, okay.
Well, you
And
saw
and
X.
I did. Yeah.
X was just gross. I'm sorry. And that might be the point. And then I watched Pearl. You know what Pearl's about, don't you? Remember the
I
old
did.
lady? You know the old lady in
Yes.
X. You get to find out what her origin story was
Mhm.
back in like 1918, and then they go back to Maxine like uh, mi- mid 35,
Um,
but I'm not going to talk too much about them. I know you haven't seen the sequels, but yeah,
Hmm.
it's just weird seeing Brittany Snow in X, though. She was another character in X because I see her as this very wholesome. I don't even want to say, was she a Disney Channel actress or like Mickey Mouse Club? Like, I feel like she came from that world, and just to see her in that movie, I don't know, it threw me off. But
Okay, well, okay, stay away from the hunting party, the hunting wives on Netflix then.
is she in that?
Yeah,
Oh my goodness.
yeah.
Uh, but let me see. Someone was mentioning in the chat alien ghosts or alien
Yeah.
zombies.
Let me get back to that. I don't want to ignore the chat.
What is that a reference to? Is that new Alien
Um,
Earth series?
what we need, and hello to Tree Recreations. What we need is alien zombies or alien ghosts. Well, I guess that's one way to go, I suppose. Well, I don't want to say zombies because they weren't zombies; they were vampires. I was thinking life force.
There you go. They're your alien vampires
There you go.
that like to ride on Halley's Comet. Oh man, Life Force. The movies you watch as a kid. You know, I first caught Life Force on commercial television with commercials, so you didn't get to see anything
Oh, that's
for
too
the
bad.
best parts. Who
Yeah,
the
the
heck was
best
the
parts.
actress? Was that Matilda May? Was that what her name
Matilda
was?
May. Yeah.
Yes. I remember her name. That's a much of an impression.
Oh,
She
oh
left.
yes, 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 we do.
And then Patrick
Okay.
Stewart's head explodes in it.
Yeah,
Or
that
something
was a
bad happens to him.
batshit insane movie.
I have the Blu-ray for Life Force. I got the Shout Factory Blu-ray for that.
Oh, nice.
I think I got it on sale. I'm like, yeah, we got to get Life Force. We got to stick it in the library.
All right. Hello to Corey, Wookiees Movies and Music. Good to see you, sir. All right. And thank you to Tim, FKHC 2005, for another 199. Watch out for snakes. All right.
Or my favorite line. There's salt in the water from Alien Covenant.
Oh,
Did you see Alien Covenant?
sadly.
I love Red Letter Media's review of that movie because they basically said, I think Mike Sakasa says, he goes, it started out, it was going to be my favorite, my best movie of the year, and then by the end it turned into the worst.
Yeah,
I think they were very frustrated because they saw all the great stuff that was in the movie, but then it got bogged down by all the nonsense, you know. So, just...
well, if that movie did anything right, it got a woman on Juicy Smollett. So okay, got that going for it.
Well, I like the android they had in that. The actor who, I mean, talk about he had to play like the simpleton android until he gets the upgrade, and then he's sort of playing two parts in that. But it was, I don't know.
Are you thinking of Romulus or Covenant?
Oh, did I say Covenant? I meant Romulus. I'm sorry.
Well, Romulus wasn't any good either.
Well, no. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even say Covenant. I got the two confused. Covenant again. It's Fassbender's android is fascinating in that movie. It's the androids are the most interesting parts of these movies I've been noticing. It's just But yeah, everything else about Covenant. Oh man, Covenant.
And they get to the scene where David and Walter are playing the flute. He's like, "I'll do the fingering," and I'm like, "Oh, stop it, movie."
Well, that was just, and that. Well, no, my favorite part was what was it? Not Eric Stoltz, the other actor, Billy Crudup. That's right. And they're like, when I was a child, I saw the devil, so I know evil when I see it. Okay, well, just come and look in this pod thing I have in here. It's like, dude, you just said that you suspect David's an evil android, or I know evil. So why are you still walking into danger? I don't like movies where people act stupid. I don't understand it.
Like there was one point in that movie where it's like they should be adding like Looney Tunes cartoon sound effects to these scenes. for how stupid these people are acting. And like, oh, by the time that movie was over, I was like, okay, thank goodness Michael Fassbender is such a good actor that he's saving this thing.
Yeah,
Good
he was
thing,
the best part of that movie. Yeah.
good thing Catherine Waterston is cute.
Hmm.
And if Danny McBride is your supporting actor Oscar performance, you're in deep trouble.
Yeah, it's just.
Yeah, that was a mess.
Oh, that was Ridley Scott.
I know.
He.
Because the problem was everybody was complaining about Prometheus, and he just went into the complete other direction with it. You know, it's like he didn't have a smarter movie, and he went out and he made a dumber movie.
No, people were complaining about what was it? The Neil Blomkamp? What's his name? The guy that did Area.
Yeah, Neil Blomkamp. Yeah.
Yeah, he was going to do a follow up to Aliens and ignore Alien 3 and Alien Resurrection.
Mhm.
And they were going to get the idea was you're going to get Michael Biehn back to play Hicks. You're going to get Sigourney Weaver back. You're going to have an adult Newt in that movie,
Mhm.
and you were going to do a full on sequel. Well, that never got made because Ridley Scott stepped in and said, "I want to do my Alien movies." So they ignored his project. So, and then we got Alien Covenant.
Yeah.
Because Fox, well, Fox was hit or miss on certain things. They were miss when it came to Alien, but now we have Alien Earth coming out. So,
Yeah.
the series.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm debating whether I'm going to bother with that. You know, because after Covenant and Romulus, it just went. Yeah, okay. I think I'm done.
Romulus. They had to bring the engineers back into it. You couldn't leave the engineers out of it. You have to bring the
No.
engineers back. I'm tired of hearing about the engineers. They're not interesting anymore. Just stop.
The problem with Romulus was it was basically a mixtape of all of the other movies.
I remember seeing it and thinking, well, I don't know why Ian Holm's here, but I guess it's good that they. Well, I guess it's good that he got a role at least again in his old age. And then I look online, oh, he's been dead for like 5 years. So why is he in this movie? Why are you doing the weird deep fake thing?
Yeah.
Just have another evil android. You know.
Yeah, and then you had the kid where I did not understand a single word he said.
You mean he's speaking English? Only it ain't like no kind of English I ever heard.
No, it's right. Oh, is it off the table? Off right. Oh, sorry, the fucking android over here. Right, shit. Right.
Oh, so bad.
Subtitles, please.
It was so. That was such. There's salt in the water.
Just. Yeah, why don't you go look again? Okay. Hey, I got an idea. Try not poking it with a stick. You know.
I don't know. I mean, they're all doomed in that movie. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
So, are we going to get another? I guess the big thing is the Alien show now. I no word on whether or not we're going to get another movie.
I think with a lot of these franchises, I think it's just best to kind of cut their losses. But the problem is, and I realized this with the new Jurassic Park, is that people are going to go to what they know. And people keep saying, well, we don't want all of these reboots and remakes and sequels. But the problem is that's all anyone goes to see.
Well, yeah, I've had friends that, like, I have one friend that's obsessed with the Alien series, even though she'll admit that the other Alien movies are bad, like after the first couple, but she still goes and just goes to what's familiar. Whereas I don't think I could get her to watch Starship Troopers. You understand? Even though it's space bugs, attacking people, but it's like I don't. People run to what's familiar. I'm trying to think. Like, how was the latest Jurassic World? Was it any good?
All right, here's kind of my.
Was it better than the last one, which was awful?
Was it?
The one where Dr. Grant finally came back and all of them in the
I
Jurassic World
I
universe.
I didn't see Dominion.
It's okay.
But
Well, you didn't miss anything then.
so I've heard. It is better by far than Fallen Kingdom. Um,
Yeah, because it didn't have the little clone girl running around.
no,
By the way, they pull up on her in the last in the third Jurassic World. They even make it more about her. I'm like, she was like the least interesting part of the. Never mind. Anyway, go ahead. You were saying. Okay.
yeah, I agree with Rock. I'm not big on the Jurassic World movies. I don't like any of them.
I like the first one, but I guess I'm going
That's
against
about
the
as
grain
good
there.
as they get.
Yeah.
Now with the new one, I was like, okay, I've got some story issues, but it's watchable, and it was better than Fallen Kingdom was, and some of the other ones. And then I found out what the original story was supposed to be.
Oh. What was it supposed to be?
And it completely downgraded the movie for me. Now, the whole thing was, it was supposed to be a heist film. It was supposed to
Oh,
be structured like a heist film,
interesting.
where they're going around and getting the DNA and all of this. The family that they meet along the way, nowhere to be seen, not in the film. And Mahershala Ali's character was supposed to die in the final fight, taking out the D-Rex, instead of the fake out that you get in the movie. And so, and then somebody just got cold feet and said, no, make the first movie over again. In Gareth Edwards and his wanting to be the next Zack Snyder, I guess, when it goes, okay.
And well, didn't it? Didn't people go see it?
Oh yeah, it did really well. But I'm just saying it did absolutely nothing for me.
Okay, so they'll make another one then.
Yep.
Jurassic World Rebirth, and then a subtitle thing under it. Okay.
Yeah. That's
Fallen Dominion or something, right? Okay. So did they save the dinosaurs at the end of the movie because they were having trouble with the climate, right? Earth's current climate.
Yeah, that's the odd thing. Is that the little girl finds this, what I refer to as the potbelly stegosaurus, and this little miniature,
instead of a potbelly pig. I got you.
Yeah, and takes it with, despite the fact that the movie has already explained that if you take it from the island, it's not going to survive because of the climate. But the movie forgets about that. So, and hello to Jeff Pearson joining us from Rumble.
How was ScarJo in it?
Oh, she's fine. The actors are fine. It's just that they're not. It's a paycheck movie.
I know she had the big complaint about being a bombshell or something, or in her, that was her big thing when she was doing the tour or something.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Were there any other big blockbusters this summer? What do we have? We had Superman. We had Jurassic World 4. We had, I guess, the Marvel movies. Was trying to think. Was Thunderbolts part of the summer season? Or was that before?
I would say that was before.
Okay. What was your favorite movie this summer so far? Of all the blockbusters, I mean.
I, I don't know. What would you really consider? I wasn't really drawn to the blockbuster movies this year. I didn't go to see them.
Oh, okay.
You know, Chirac says F1. I haven't seen F1 yet.
F1 I'm planning to see. That's the one I want to see the most. I wanted to see that, and I want to see Karate Kid Legends. Unfortunately, by the time I got around to it, it was already out of theaters. So I missed Karate Kid Legends. That was the other one I wanted to see. But I'm going to try to catch F1 tomorrow before it's out of theaters. I know F1 was done by the same director as Top Gun Maverick, right? So I'm hoping that to get us Top Gun Maverick kind of vibe from it.
I'm finding myself being drawn to these sort of more mid-budgeted movies.
All right.
Because the thing with like Jurassic Park, and some of these other ones is this: I don't feel anything while I'm watching them, and I get bored very easily. So any movie that gets any kind of emotion out of me at all, even if it's just anger, you know,
you don't even get anger anymore. It's just they've just
no. That was the funny thing. Was this movie? Since Corner and I went off on this movie called Tornado.
Tornado,
which is supposed to be this kind of kung fu revenge movie that has Tim Roth in it. And yeah, the best thing to say about the movie is that Tim Roth is in it. Everything else is very bad.
Was there a tornado in it?
No.
Of course not.
That's the protagonist's name. They call her Tornado. And
like a boxing name or something? Was
it's got to be like the worst protagonist in a movie this year, with the exception maybe of the woman from The Woman in the Yard. But
I'd heard about The Woman in the Yard,
which was another god awful mess of a movie. But
someone at work went to see it, and because she was really looking forward to it, and she's like, "I was moving," and she's like, and then I was like, and I just made a guess. I said, "Let me guess: is The Woman in the Yard the manifestations of the mother's guilt, perhaps over the death of a loved one?" I was just guessing, and she said, "How did you know that?"
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
I'm like, "What's the most pretentious thing I can think of?"
Yeah, what's the most pretentious thing you can think of, and that'll be exactly what's happening.
Can't we just make a movie about a creepy ghost staying in the yard and harassing a family? That's what I'd like to see. I don't want to see any of this other nonsense. Okay, I'm just. Sinners, I heard, was good. People keep telling me to watch Sinners. I haven't seen it yet.
Sinners is actually good.
Yeah.
That surprised me.
Okay.
And there are people saying, oh, it's woke and all the white people are bad. And I'm like, well, think of where they are geographically in the time period that they're in.
Plus, yeah. Yeah, I know. It probably makes sense in the context of the movie and the period. I have to see it though. So, but yeah. It's on my list to watch. I just ended up being too long, so I watched X instead, which I probably should have watched Sinners and just. It's fine.
Yeah, because the thing with me this year, and there always seems to be every year some kind of through line throughout the year of why I like certain movies over others. And this year it seems to be the movies that remind me of the movies I used to watch.
Okay.
You know, people say, oh, Sinners is just ripping off From Dusk Till Dawn. Maybe, but I liked From Dusk Till Dawn. So, okay. I like. Go ahead.
People complain about From Dusk Till Dawn when it came out, though. They were saying, I like the first movie better than the second movie because they think they'll get it dramatically shifted gears halfway through. But go ahead.
Yeah. Well, that was the idea. I like the movie on Netflix with Tom Hardy called Havoc.
Havoc.
Which was a throwback to kind of the 80s era John Woo, Ringo Lamb.
Oh, I've been meaning to watch that one. Yeah.
What they used to call the heroic bloodshed movies.
Right.
And it's directed by the same guy who did The Raid. I dug the hell out of that movie. I had a blast. And I'm like, you know, and there are people who, you know, are like, well, how many times do you have to shoot someone? They go, as many times as it freaking takes.
Yeah, man.
And the people who are like clearly not getting it, it's like, okay, I get what they're doing here right away. And I had a blast with that movie. That was good. Black Bag was good because it reminded me of Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. I'm not saying it was as good, but again, it reminded me of that period of time when I was watching those movies with my dad. You know, like Tinker Tailor and Smiley's People and Russia House with Sean Connery and all those movies, you know. I thought it fit in with those, you know, this kind of
Nikita, that sort of thing, right?
Hitchcockian, you know, kind of vibe to it. I like that. Warfare's really good. Because you are a fly on the wall for that thing. Just this, you know, no politics, not choosing sides, just a day in the life of these soldiers and what they have to go through. You know, made, you know, written and directed by a guy who lived it, who was there, who went through it. That was a good one. The Life of Chuck. That really got me. That movie is an emotional roller coaster. And I didn't see it coming.
Was that the one with Tom Hanks?
No.
Okay.
Tom Hiddleston.
Okay, never mind then. Okay.
That one.
Yeah, I know that one. All right.
That got me. I was really surprised by how good that was. And it's such an emotional roller coaster. And if you haven't seen the movie, I'm not going to give it away, but there is a scene where if they played it on a loop for the rest of my life, I would be happy.
Really?
Yeah. You know.
Okay.
So yeah, that was a really good one. So you know, there were good movies this year. You have to go out and find them. They're there.
Well, Nobody 2 is coming out, right?
This week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that might be good. Did you see The Accountant 2?
No, I haven't gotten to that yet.
Okay. If you get Amazon Prime, it's on
It's
there.
on Amazon. Yeah,
Yeah.
I get that. I'm gonna watch. Yeah.
It's fine. They do more with the brother in this one, actually. You know how he was in the first one.
Uh-huh.
He's more in this one than he was in the first one. But yeah.
Yeah, I would think.
I'm trying to think though. I don't know though. Like I'm struggling. Like I think I went to see The Accountant too because I just wanted to see something that was normal and wasn't tied to a franchise with a million other movies attached to it that I have to see in series and all this. I just wanted to, pretend like I was going to see a normal movie, like I used to.
Yeah,
So,
that's me. That's me now. It's just can I just go see a normal movie, please? Another good one is the last mystery movie I went to go see, Sketch.
Yeah, how is that? I heard people talking about that one.
It's a good one.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it again, a movie that's kind of a throwback to something we might have gotten in the 80s.
Is that Angel Studios that did that?
Angel Studios, yeah.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And Angel Studios went out and made this movie where don't get me wrong, there's a good message to it, but it's they don't hit you over the head with any kind of there's like no like religious undertone or anything to it. And it's actually a movie that in a couple of places is kind of scary.
Okay, all right.
It's kind of that old school kids movie from the 80s back when
like
PG-rated movies used to slap. It's like there's actually a point in the movie where it kind of turns into Jeepers Creepers 2 for like 10 minutes.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So where you got kids in a school bus in the middle of a field with a monster outside, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Interesting.
Yeah. Hello to the Clue Studio. Good to see you, sir. All right. So
any movies coming out you're looking forward to?
that I'm looking forward to.
The Long Walk. Does that look interesting?
I'm really curious to see how The Long Walk turns out. Mm-hmm. Because when I was in high school, I read the Bachman books. And for those who might not remember, Stephen King wrote a series of books early in his career under the name of Richard Bachman. And around the time I was in high school, and I was at that point, I was starting to read Stephen King. And when I was in the school library, I came upon the Bachman books, which is Rage, The Long Walk, The Running Man, and Roadwork.
Running Man is also getting another adaptation this fall. It
is, yeah. And that's supposedly closer to the source material. We'll see.
I like Edgar Wright. I'm just not sure because I'm a big fan of the original movie. So, yeah.
Yeah. Now, when I actually like all of them except Roadwork. And Roadwork is fine. I just think it kind of meanders. I kind of had trouble. I had trouble relating to that. And but the other ones I was, I related to Rage maybe a little too much. I was like, ooh, okay, because they took Rage off of the shelves because supposedly it inspired.
That's right. I think even Stephen King apologized about that story. Yeah.
To me, that book was a cautionary tale.
Yes.
It was telling me, don't be like this kid.
Right.
That's the way I took it. It's like, you know that scene in Idle Hands when
Idle Hands.
That scene where Seth Green explains why he and Eldon Henson didn't go to go up to heaven.
Oh,
So we saw the light, and it was up. You know, it was at the top of these stairs. We went, forget that, man. That's too far. You know. And,
funny.
so we're going to stay on Earth as zombies. And to me, that was kind of what rage was. It was that, you know what, I don't have the energy to take control of the school building. I don't want to do it. You know, I'm not going to be that guy. I'm not going to go there. You know, and the fact that you don't, and the way that they end the book, I don't know if you've ever read it.
No, I haven't, but you can spoil it. It's all right.
It is that when you find out later what happened to some of the characters, and the farther you get along, the more redacted everything gets. So your mind is just left to wander. You know, and I'm like, oh, that was unpleasant.
Yikes.
Know? Yikes. Yeah. It's not a pretty story. And I'm not a shrink, so I don't know what the Napoleon stuff is about. But I was like, I just, you know, there was, I almost wanted to like go down to the guidance counselor and go, no, I'm fine. Could you just read chapter 24 and explain this to me? Because I don't get it. You know,
funny.
Yeah. So there's that, and of course, you know, it's all because the father's a drunken asshole and all of this, and it's like, oh, okay, but yeah, but The Long Walk. When I read that, I went, if somebody really did that up right, if you had like a really good set of actors, if you had like a good actors director, that would be a pretty good movie.
Well, maybe we'll get to see that in the fall.
And I'm hoping it's good. You know, I hope they didn't blow it. And there are certain things from the book I hope they keep. But we'll see. We'll see. And so I am looking forward to that one. I'm not so much Running Man, because I got to be honest, the trailer didn't impress me any.
It didn't, but to be fair, trailers can deceive. Sometimes trailers can look good and the movie is terrible, and then the opposite. Yeah,
that's true.
But yeah, I wasn't impressed with the trailer either.
Yeah. So let's see. There's Nobody 2. There's Long Walk in September. I know Paul Thomas Anderson has a movie coming out in September.
Yeah, what happened to him? I feel like he vanished for a while. I mean, maybe I just haven't been paying attention, because I used to be a big fan of Paul Thomas Anderson, Boogie Nights, but my favorite of his was Hard 8. I don't know if you ever saw Hard 8.
Oh, yeah, that was his
John
first
C.
movie.
Reilly
yeah.
Gwyneth Paltrow and all that.
Really, Philip Baker Hall, yeah.
Yeah, he was awesome in that. Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, I think Philip Seymour Hoffman has a brief scene in that where he keeps saying, F you, old man. F you, old man. He's at the crap tables.
Yeah. Let's see. I think I'm trying to remember now. Has he done a movie since Phantom Thread?
Oh, I don't know. Because he did Punch Drunk Love, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was another one besides
with Sandler. Yeah.
That was another one though where I was in the theater, much like with Mulholland Drive, where people were getting up and walking out. They were mad at that movie, at least in my area. I don't know why. I thought it was fine, but yeah, I don't know. He kind of vanished. Yeah,
he kind of did. Yeah. Oh, maybe he just had to recharge the batteries. Who knows?
And I always confused him with I think I always
the other Paul Anderson.
Yeah, the one who does all the
yeah
Resident Evil movies and did that Three Musketeers, which I'm sorry, I really enjoyed his Three Musketeers. I was hoping for sequels to that.
Really?
I don't care if you didn't like it; it's fine. I like the steampunk element to it all. I liked Orlando Bloom as and you have Christoph Waltz as Cardinal Richelieu, and Mads Mikkelsen was the main villain in the first. But they were setting up sequels. It was supposed to be like a trilogy.
Yeah,
and I had a suspicion Cardinal Richelieu, he was being saved like the Emperor in Star Wars, like you'd see him later in another movie, But it never happened. Oh well.
Yeah, Paul Anderson, and I like the guy. Yeah, I
like that he makes B movies. Okay, I'm gonna be blunt. He makes B movies, but I enjoy them.
And most of them I actually don't have a problem with. Some of them I do.
The Resident Evil movies just got zany after like the first couple. I actually thought they improved because they just became. He just kind of went with the ridiculousness of it all, and I think he just.
Yeah.
These weird horror sci-fi pictures. Yeah, go ahead.
And that last one, I was like, dude, no. I'm not with you on this one, man.
Wait, are you talking about the Raccoon City one? That wasn't him, was it?
He didn't do that.
Okay, because
the one I'm talking about is Resident Evil Final Chapter.
Oh yeah, with where the Umbrella Corporation executives were all in a vault somewhere, and Wesker's the villain again because they made him the good guy in the last one, but no, it turned out it was all fake out. He's still the villain. Yes, okay.
Yeah. But when a movie forgets its own continuity, forget the fact that continuity through that whole series didn't exist.
Yes.
But when a movie forgets its own continuity during the movie, I can't let that go. I can't. It's like I'm sorry. Didn't we have like 10 hours before everything exploded? And okay, we're like way past those 10 hours, and I don't see any explosions. What happened? Okay, is this over? Hello. Can I speak to the manager, please? Yeah. I call shenanigans.
Well, it was all about having his wife, kick everybody's butt, right? Mia Jovovich, right? So,
and that's fine. I'll watch that. Fine. I like her. I always did.
And he was in, and she was in the Monster Hunter movie too, which I didn't see. So,
you didn't miss anything. I didn't dump on it the way other people did, but it hasn't resonated.
That was the one that got banned in China because there's some joke where the guy these they're Chinese because I guess the guy was Asian and he says they're Chinese and apparently they got offended by that over there, so they got banned in that country. I don't know.
I wouldn't be shocked.
I thought it was a harmless little joke. I don't know what they were freaking out about, but again, I don't know.
They had one this year called In the Lost Lands.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Which is supposed to be this George R.R. Martin short story.
Interesting.
You would think.
No good?
I don't want to say not any good. It's just a bit of they spent too much money on it. And that was the downfall. Is it needed to be if it was, well, I mean, even if it were 35 million, I don't know if it would have made that back, but they just spent too much money on it. It's like, I get it, but it's I get what they were trying to do story wise, but it's just that I like the idea of it. I just something got missed, and something got, it had this feeling of too many cooks in the kitchen.
Right.
Too much. Too expensive. Too much CGI. It's like, oh, okay, I get it. She's a witch. He's a werewolf. I'm fine with that. But yeah. I've seen it.
Sounds like Underworld, or sounds like Underworld.
It wants to be Underworld.
Oh, the Underworld series.
That was another one that kind of went downhill. Oh, thank God for Kate Beckinsale, but damn.
And then they did the weird prequel Underworld movie.
Yeah, which actually wasn't so bad. I kind of like that one.
Yeah, and then they did the same guy did I Frankenstein. Did you see I Frankenstein?
I did.
I kind of liked it. I'm sorry. It's completely ridiculous. It's
Frankenstein.
Well, it's basically heaven and hell are like.
I was in Dark Knight with Christian Bale, and I'm just gonna talk like him.
What's that actor's name who was
Aaron Eckhart?
He is showing up in like these low budget, like, I want to call them dad movies lately. I watched a few of them. Like there's one where he's like a cop where his dog gets shot, so then he has to adopt another, because he's a police officer, but he's a dog police officer where the drug sniffing dogs and I guess the bomb, and like it's all about him trying to get this wayward dog that no one else wants. He's trying to train her, and it's he's in other ones where he's like ex-CIA or something. It's just the most bizarre thing. He's like in this whole line of movies now. They're like lower budgeted Liam Neeson action type movies,
I'm kind of wondering if maybe he's not down with the whole woke thing and they blacklisted him or something.
I don't know.
I'm starting to wonder.
Well, I've been noticing some things lately where I feel like people are trying to get canceled that haven't even done anything. Like I always was suspicious that people hated Henry Cavill, even though he didn't expressly do anything that was quote unquote anti-woke. But I think they just decided, well, he's going to become anti-woke at some point, so we might as well preemptively get him. I feel the same way about Sydney Sweeney. Like they're trying to go after her, but for no real reason, because she hasn't really done anything. So I don't know. I think they're off the rocker, but that's just me. So, but and I think Pedro Pascal is in too much stuff lately.
He was supposed to be in Weapons originally. He was supposed to be the Josh Brolin part. And I'm glad they made that switch, because it needed. This is gonna be okay. I'm going to get into
Pedro Pascal. That's what it needed.
Yeah. Okay.
I liked him on Game of Thrones. I'm not picking on the actor entirely. I'm just saying. Okay.
And that's the thing. As an actor, I actually like the guy. It's just off screen where he goes off the rails.
Yeah, he's just shut your mouth. They all need to. And he was in that one with Dakota Johnson and Chris Evans, and the matchmaking movie, whatever it was called, The Materialist, and that just did not look good to me. I think it was A24's attempt to do a romantic comedy. I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. It's like, nah.
Like all three leads. Like I know I've defended Dakota Johnson, but that movie did not look good to me.
Oh, after Pepsi Web,
I've still not seen Madam Web. It's
not even a movie.
I've not seen that, and I've not seen Craven. I've not seen any of the Venom sequels after
No,
the first
I
one.
didn't see Craven either.
I saw Venom and I saw Morbius, and I was done. People get mad if I talk too much about Morbius, though. I couldn't fathom a movie of that. That movie was so incompetent, Morbius. I didn't know where to start with it. Jared Leto, who's going to be in the upcoming Tron. So there we go.
Yeah. Here's my problem with Tron, though. Is I was not a fan of that second movie.
I grew to like it. But it's okay if you didn't like it. Some people didn't, and I'm worried about this one because I don't think they're going to be. I don't know.
Yeah. The trailers aren't telling me what the plot is, other than somehow the game characters have gotten out into the real world. But they did that at the end of the second movie, so.
Well, they explained how that was possible. The only one that got out of it was Cora.
Yeah. But is she in the third movie?
Who knows? I think it is still taking place in that universe because I think the Cillian Murphy character is being played by somebody else now. Because it was supposed to be the Cillian Murphy character, but I guess he didn't reprise the role. Or maybe they just went with a younger actor because they've taken so long to make the follow-up. If it even is a follow-up.
But yeah, that's the thing. It's like I remember the original film. I remember going to see it in theaters. I remember the theater I went to go see it at. I remember nothing about the second movie. I cannot explain the plot. I don't know what happened.
The plot is evil Jeff Bridges clone thing calls Sam into the world because he wants to use Sam's disc to send his army out into the real world to take over the Earth. Okay.
Okay.
It's evil Jeff Bridges versus normal Jeff Bridges in that. Okay, that's the plot.
Okay.
And Olivia Wilde is in it as like a Joan of Arc style character. I think that's what they were basing her on because I don't know. That was the impression I got. I don't know. It was.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it for what it was. I think the animated series explained a lot. I know that's kind of a cop out that you have to go watch a cartoon or read a bunch of novels to understand what's going on, but it did explain a lot of things. And now we have. I almost feel like this is another soft reboot Disney is doing again with Tron, which I don't know if that's a good idea, but we'll see.
Guys, Tron, Bruce Boxleitner.
He's not coming back.
Just bring him in here. I don't care if it's cameos. Write something for him.
He got mad because they didn't bring him back for part 2.
Just write some dialogue. Put Tron. That's all you have to do, please. Is it too much to have Tron in your Tron movie?
He's not going to be in it.
I want Bruce Boxleitner. I'm sorry.
Then watch the cartoon.
Bruce Boxleitner in the
movie. He was on the cartoon series.
He was
as himself, as it voice acted it even. Yeah. So
yeah.
But,
I don't. Oh well. Yeah.
That was like the last really good what I call it, teenage cartoon series. I want to call them like stuff like Batman the Animated Series things. I thought Tron Uprising was the last good one. Disney made it, and it was probably one of the most violent Disney animated things I'd ever seen. Because characters would get de-resed on that show all the time,
Yeah.
I guess because it's programs, it didn't matter, but that's whatever. It's fine, Yeah. We can't have nice things. Disney bought Star Wars, so they started focusing on that afterwards. So what's the future for Lucasfilm, I wonder? I guess they have the Mandalorian movie coming out, and then they have that Ryan Reynolds thing, the Starfighter.
Oh, there's still that's still a thing?
I assume it is, unless that's going to be another canceled project.
because that's the thing is they keep announcing projects and then they never do them. Where's the Ray movie? Where's Sean Levy's
she announced
movie?
that. Yeah.
Where's Ryan Johnson's trilogy? Where are these movies? I don't want to see them.
There was going to be a Taika Waititi Star Wars movie too.
Yeah, that he was trying to talk Natalie Portman into doing, suddenly not realizing she was in the prequels.
So bad. Yeah, he said, "You want to be in a Star Wars movie?" He says, "I was in 3 of them." So bad.
Yeah, thanks for paying attention there, Dave, which is his real name, by the way.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. He's going to be doing Judge Dredd, apparently. I'm not looking forward to that.
How hard was it? How hard would it have been to do a Dredd sequel?
It's not happening. I wish it would. I would have liked to see Karl Urban back as Dredd. I don't get it. I guess, but it's been too long. I'd heard a rumor a while back that they might be shopping around a series with Karl Urban as Dredd, and it would have been shopped to like Netflix and other places. But I mean, I still don't know what's going on with that Conan series they were supposed to make, which apparently they're still in development hell. So I don't know.
Where all the good movies go to die.
Well, we still have Jack Reacher, right?
Yeah, Reacher's still on.
It's okay.
Season 3. I got like about 5 episodes into season 1, and then he mouthed off, and I went, "Look, I'll back off for a while."
He will not stop talking. I don't know what is Alan Richardson, right? Yeah, that's his name.
Yeah.
Apparently, he's a favorite. I think they're trying to push the idea of him being Batman in the Gunverse.
Yeah, pass.
Yeah.
I don't even want to see Superman. I'm not interested in.
Oh, you didn't see Superman?
Batman. I did not.
Okay.
No.
Right.
Well, it was marketed to me as a movie that was made to upset me, so I didn't go.
Yeah.
Even if that wasn't true, I went, okay.
Yeah, they had that one reporter who's always trying to egg things on. They said he's been a problem.
Well, him.
Gunn didn't help either. Yeah.
Gunn didn't help. His brother didn't help. Nathan Fillion, God bless you, man, but you've been skating on a failed television series for 15 years. Enough.
Firefly.
I would appreciate it if everybody from Firefly, with the exception of Adam Baldwin, just went away for a little while.
Oh yeah, Adam Baldwin. I remember him. Last thing I saw him on was Chuck. He was going Chuck.
Yeah. Funny how we don't see him in anything anymore. Wonder how that happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay. We still have Wicked Part 2 to look forward to. I think I saw the trailer for that, and I'm like, no. I'm not the target audience for that. That's all I'm going to say.
No, I saw that clip from Jesus Christ Superstar, and I was like, Jesus Christ, what happened?
Oh, no. I forgot she's...
Oh.
No, people are not happy with that casting.
Eat a sandwich. You're scaring me. When did she turn into a Skeksis? Oh my God. I don't know. I don't get these people. I don't understand it.
They live in a bubble. That's all I can say. I think that bubble's starting to burst though, because look at Stephen Colbert and now Howard Stern also losing his show.
Yeah.
So
that's heartbreaking. Yeah.
You're being sarcastic, aren't you?
Of course. Oh man. Well, I don't know. We'll see. But that's okay because AI will save us. Our AI overlords will save us.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, Jeff. Yes, she looks like Nosferatu. She does now, and that's a shame. Now, what happened? What happened to the woman who was in Bad Times at the El Royale? Where did you go? What happened?
Was that movie any good?
It was very good.
Okay, I should look for
I
it.
enjoyed the hell out of it. But
right.
Yeah, it's too bad. Did you see Nosferatu, Boomer, the new one?
No, it's on my docket to watch as well.
Ah.
It's available, I think, even on Amazon now, so I don't really have an excuse.
Yeah, and that extended cut they've been talking about is on Peacock. So.
Oh, it is. Well, I have access to Peacock also.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Cool.
But yeah, there's good stuff out there. I don't want to come off on these shows like I'm hacking on everything. I'm not. There's good stuff out there. Weapons is very good. I'm going to do a review tomorrow. Black Bag is good. Life of Chuck is really good. You know, some of the stuff that we mentioned earlier in the show. I saw the first episode of The Eternaut on Netflix, which is a Portuguese series based on a comic book.
Okay.
That was pretty good.
Right.
I think I might have saw like the first couple. I saw like one or two episodes. That was Murderbot really good. I've been reading books, so I'm forward up with that.
All right.
So it's good stuff out there, folks. It's just sometimes you have to search for it. And one of the good things about streaming is if you didn't have a chance in the theater, you do have this second chance to watch it at home if you can. So yeah, you know, because like the movie, a lot of the movies that I talked about tonight, didn't do well in theaters. They kind of got bypassed for whatever reason. But yeah, and they get this second life on streaming and preferably physical media.
Like Skinamarink.
What did you think
of Skinamarink?
Yeah, did you? I take it you saw it.
Oh, I saw it. Yeah, it was something different. I'll say that.
It's very abstract.
Yes, that's a good word for that. Yeah,
it's a good word.
Horror, as they call it. Yes,
as they say. Yeah,
I should probably watch the short. I saw the feature, but yeah,
the short is interesting because it goes into a different direction.
Okay.
I think the difference between the short and the feature is I think the short spells things out a little bit more.
Okay.
Because without giving it away, there's a particular line of dialogue in the short where I go, oh, okay. And the good thing was I saw the short before I saw the feature. So I had a bit of an idea of what I was getting into. The high school kids who were there, they got up and left. But, because there are no monsters and no blood and no TNA, which I understand. But, I have a theory about what the feature is about that I think is solid. But I don't know. Maybe that's hey, stick me with Spears afterward. But I think maybe that's something that we need to do as a watch party. And just kind of and just get everybody's opinion on what they think is going on.
Well, David Lynch did like it. If you wanted to save it for Sparkling 21,
I was thinking about that. Yeah,
we should maybe do a schedule rank.
And yeah, and I get it. It's not going to be a movie for everybody, but I thought it was this interesting. This child's eye view of this, for the lack of a better term, demonic event that's taking place. And if you choose to believe it's demons, and I think you could put that down as a possibility too. But I let's put it this way. I think the threat in that film is much closer to home. And I'll just leave it at that.
Cool.
It's so I saw it during the Fathom event. It was this like 2 nights only thing, and I managed to have a chance to go see it on the final night, and final showing on the final night, and yeah, it was an interesting one for sure. But I get why the people who don't like it. I understand. I get it. I'm fine. I'm not going to talk you out of it. But I did have a takeaway. I got it. I think I get it. But I know what the movie means to me when I watch it. So I take it on that basis. I do think it's too long.
Right.
It is too long. I agree. It didn't need to be 1 hour and 40 minutes, which doesn't seem long for a regular movie. But for that movie,
it's long for that movie.
It's too long. And that's my chief issue with it. It if they had kept it maybe to 75, maybe even 80 minutes would maybe have been pushing it. But the third act of that movie is where all the crazy shit happens anyway.
Right.
He maybe needed to leave out some of the middle and just keep it to like an 80 minutes. But, that's me. I think most movies are too long by about 20 minutes anyway. So,
especially these days, yeah.
Yeah, I remember when I watched Life of Chuck, and that's like 1 hour and 50 minutes. I go, perfect. No movie, unless it is a biography or a historical epic, needs to be longer than 1 hour and 50 minutes. You just don't. And even that's kind of pushing it, I think. But that's neither here nor there, because Roger Ebert had this quote where he said, "No good movie is too long, and no bad movie is short enough."
Yeah, Richard Roper refuted that though on the thing. He was like saying, "No, it's too long. It's too long." Like we complain about movie length all the time.
Yeah. But yeah, every movie does not need to be 3 hours all the time, and I think we're starting to see a resurgence of these movies that are, under 2 hours. And, I think that's what it needs to be. It just keep it to 2 hours max, and just kind of go from there, and do an original movie, and everything doesn't need to be sequels all the time.
True. Yeah, I agree. But then there was Mickey 17, which was original, and that was a bit of a box office disaster. Did you see that?
Yeah, I unfortunately I did. Yeah.
Was that a mystery movie?
Was it No, I watched that online.
Oh, okay.
I think if I had spent money seeing that, I would have been more upset.
Robert Pattinson.
Pattinson's not the problem with it.
Well, again, this is my thought though. When I was reading the plot, I'm like, people are complaining about the stupidity of like the story, and when I'm thinking it was based on a novel. For all I know, the novel's good, and they didn't follow the novel.
Yeah,
because they do that a lot.
That's my understanding, because I know Off the Cover is a big fan of the book and had read it and was really looking forward to that movie. And when he finally saw it, he said, "It's not the book, like at all. It's not the book." And he did a whole video about it. And it's a Trump allegory, and it's Kamala Harris is going to save the day at the end.
Even if that is your politics, I would think you don't want to be seeing this in your movies. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
it doesn't need to be there, because I am of the mind.
Even the choir doesn't like to be preached at. Stop it! It's like they won't let up.
It's just you bought the book, so obviously you liked it. Make the book you bought, and you don't have to add your politics to it, and you don't have to
date the movie.
You don't have to date the movie. And oh, by the way, Mr. Expert Asian director, why is your one Asian actor in the movie playing a cliche con man? You might want to look into that.
Yeah.
So but that's okay, because the WGA and the DGA love you. They don't like Park Chan-wook, though. They kicked him out. Did you see that story?
No, I did not.
Okay. The WGA has expelled Park Chan-wook and Don McKellar, who's a Canadian actor, writer, director. They've been kicked out of the WGA because for supposedly doing work during the strike.
Oh, please. How do they know that?
I don't know. But yeah, apparently this is something that's been going on in the background, folks, that nobody's reporting. The WGA has been kicking out members for supposedly working during the strike. And I don't think they realize how badly that strike really... They didn't win anything from that strike. They think they did. They didn't win a thing.
They disrupted a lot of productions.
They did.
I think the Actors was the worst one, though.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, hey, I've just reached a point where Hollywood, you want to shoot yourself in the foot? Here, take my gun. You can use that.
Well, we'll see. We'll see how Paramount does with the Skydance merger. They maybe that'll be what the doctor orders.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah,
I hope so. I'm curious to see what
what comes out of there, because doesn't Paramount have South Park?
Yes, they have South Park. They paid a lot of money for it too, for that renewed contract.
So I'm kind of curious to see where, because I haven't been watching South Park, guys. Full disclosure. So I don't know what they've been doing the last few years, but apparently they didn't go after Biden at all.
Yeah.
In all that time. That surprises me, because they go after everybody else. And they left Biden and his administration alone.
I heard it kind of jumped the shark after PC Principle. But like I said, I've not been keeping up as much.
No, me either.
All right. I'm looking forward to catching up on King of the Hill, though. They brought that back, so I'm going to want to check that out.
Yeah, I've heard. Yeah. Yeah, I'm wondering how they're going to write around a few characters there, because they've lost a few actors since, including one this year.
Well, I think they're just going to replace the voices. I think that's what they're going to do.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, we'll see what happens.
We will. All right. Well, it's about that time we start wrapping the program. So, Boomer, what do you have coming out?
Like I said, this Tuesday I will be on Sparkwood 21. Looking forward to that, as it's going to be a kind of a spoof parody episode of Psych that was based around Twin Peaks. That's what you said, at least. Mm-hmm. And then this Friday I'll be on Last Call with Troy Pacelli, and then I'll be back next Sunday again with Geeky Geezers on my channel. You can also catch it simulcasting on Troy's channel as well. Cool.
Right on. All right. Well, as for myself, tomorrow night is Mystery Movie Night. So Tuesday, I'll be joined by Sin, Corey, and the gang for the Mystery Movie Night podcast. That'll be at 7 p.m. Right after that at 8:30, as Boomer said, live from Sparkwood in 21, as we cover the extended version of Psych's Dual Spires episode, which will be a first watch for me. So that would be fun. Of course, let's see. That leads me to Thursday. Action Theater back at its regular day and time, Thursday at 4:30. And Outlaw Bill and myself, and we're going to be watching Yojimbo, 1961. Akira Kurosawa classic with Toshiro Mifune that inspired Fistful of Dollars and Last Man Standing. So look forward to that. Later on that night will be my program, Coming Attractions, at 11:30 Eastern. Get to find out what I'm going to be doing for the rest of the week, up to and including my upcoming appearance on Films with Friends, where I'm going to be joining Big Al Presents over on his channel as we celebrate the life of Jim Lovell by watching Apollo 13.
Excellent.
So join us for that. That's going to be starting at 7. Then let's see. Saturday, I am going to be joining Pop Culture Minefield for Saturday afternoon matinee. And we are going to be discussing the James Bond film For Your Eyes Only. It's going to be at 4 p.m. Later on that night, I am going to be joining Outlaw Bill for After Hours Karaoke, probably around the midnight hour on the on the East Coast. And Sunday, Bill and I will be back with Western Cinema Presents. And we're probably going to be, we haven't decided yet, but we're probably going to be watching Forsaken with Donald Sutherland, Kiefer Sutherland, and Demi Moore, and Michael Wincott. Gunslinger tries to put down his guns, but has to deal with one last bad guy first. So be looking forward to that. And of course, my usual shows, Unscripted and Reserved Seats.
Cool.
Yeah. All right. So I would like to thank everybody who joined us on X and Rumble. I can't see you, but I know that you're there. I want to thank anyone who might have been watching on Boomer's channel. I'm sure there were a few. Okay, let's say hello to everybody who was in our main chat here. Of course, Lady Mist, Connie Cleary, Jeff Pearson, let's see, Clue Studio, JPRPH1, Tree Rock Creations, Sashi, Troy and Netter, of course, were with us earlier, Tim, Wilkie's Movies and Music, Lester's Skeptic Tank Observations, Poker Race 6666, and thank you again, Tim, for the super chat. And I think Nate was with us earlier, wasn't he? I believe he was.
I believe so, yeah.
Mark Malnikoff, of course, our resident Klingon. All right. Boomer, any last words before we close it out?
Oh, this was interesting. I think we got some perspective, and yeah, let us know how the long walk is. I'm curious about that one.
Yeah, that'll be 1 month from now, September 12th. Yeah. So yeah. Oh yeah.
Huh.
Oh, you know what that music means? Human car wash. No. No, there'll be none of that. Pretty sure they'll throw us off the air. All right. I would very much like to keep my channel YouTube. I like my channel. Thank you. So, all right. Like I said, I did see Weapons last night. Well, like night before last now, technically. So that review will be coming up tomorrow. Folks, I don't know if this is a good idea or not, but I am going to watch the Ice Cube War of the Worlds. It's really that god awful. So I'll be doing a review on that as well. And of course, like I said, tomorrow night is Mystery Movie Night. So Tuesday will be a review for that film as well, whatever it may be. Boomer, thank you once again for taking the time out of your schedule to join me.
Sure. Thank you for having me.
From HQ and all points north, south, east, west, and beyond, good night, take care, stay strong, be safe and healthy, because this is how we win. I show a video at the end. It has birds in it. Enjoy.
I like birds. I like Agent Cooper.